And the starter for Toronto, Kevin Gausman. What do we have on him? All right, ready to get underway. Luis Angel Acuna steps to the plate for the White Sox. And we're underway here in the home opener. Hey! That one fouled off. Swing and a miss, struck him out. That one blasted deep to right. Carrying well. Oh, you are a star, aren't you? He hammers one out to right. One down. And now it's Austin Hayes. This to third. Slings to first in time.
Didn't recognize off speed. Thought it was fastball. A little bit out in front.
Next offered in there for a strike. That is strike two. Swings through that. And it's back now in Toronto. And today's starting pitcher, Anthony. Hey, what should we keep an eye on here? Stepping in, Tyler Fitzgerald.
That's outside.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Ball, that's off the plate.
That one fouled off. Swing and a ground ball out to short. The throw to first. One gone, bottom half of the first.
Batting second baseman, Ernie Clemens.
And that is out of play. Okay. He's become known as a guy that's really tough to take deep. And that is especially valuable today, Chris, when the ball's going out of the ballpark so much. Check swing, but he went too far. That's strike two.
It's very important. It's all about run prevention, right? So when you have that, it's a plus. But if you are going to give up the long ball, you want the bases to be empty. And that's where control and command really comes into play for a guy like this.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. in now. Takes ball one off the plate.
Ball, that's outside. Aye.
Shoots a line drive single into right center. And the tying run is on base.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
The 1-0. There's the strike.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That's got a chance. Going gone. A two-run blast. So two down, and now for the Jays, Kazuma Okamoto. That one ripped but foul. There's a swing and a drive. And foul ball. That's smashed towards center. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. And that's a 2-out double.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field. So that definitely felt good.
Hey. Swing and a ground ball. Oh no, he threw it home. Safe at first as they can't make the play. So 2 outs with runners on the corners. And here is Sosa to the plate. First pitch misses. Swung on, belted. That one carrying. Out of here. It's their second home run of the inning. On the ground right side, and that's just foul. 2 down, nobody on. He swings and fouls one off.
Clearly, he hasn't had it in this game, and looks like sooner than later, they're going to have to go to the bullpen.
And that's ruled a swing. Back here at Rogers Center, on now to the top half of inning number 2.
So early in this ball game, down by 4 runs, you've got to try to get a run back and just look at taking at least 1 an inning. Before you know it, you'll be tied up.
In the air, left field. Springer on his way over, and there's one away. Next to hit, Derek Hill. He's one of the faster guys just by pure sprint speed in the majors. Late that time, and it's strike 2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The 0-2.
Man, he'd like to have that pitch back.
And the 0-2. Swing and a ball popped in the air. That one gets down for a hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
Fouled off left side. There goes the runner. Pitching for a strike. And that's a stolen base, not even close. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. 1 out and a runner at second. Here at the top of the second. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Now it's Andrew Benintendi to hit. And first offering is fouled off. Inside, nope. Just missed. On the ground, right side, Clement tosses to first, and Benintendi is out. And that'll do it. Back here at Rogers Center, and now for the Jays, Otto Lopez. Hammered down the right side, but foul. Up the middle, and that one handled to first. There to beat him by an eyelash.
Ball 1.
Fitzgerald hitting leadoff in today's game, and they traded for him earlier this year. That one fouled hard the other way. That's hard hit in the line. That's out number 2. 2 outs, base is empty. Ernie Clement next up for the Blue Jays. That's a bullet, but it goes foul.
He's done a great job getting the first 2 outs. Want to get this number 2 hitter, get back in the dugout, and face 3, 4, 5 next inning.
Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. And a foul ball. This one in the air, center field. Acuna has a beat on it. That is the inning. Back now in Toronto. New inning getting started. Miguel Vargas steps to the plate for the White Sox. And there's a foul ball.
You know, these White Sox, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These guys are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today.
0-2 now.
Ball, that's in.
Short hop liner handled it short. Fires over to Guerrero. And one away in the top of the third.
For the White Sox, center fielder Luis Angel Acuna.
Ripped to third and caught.
That at bat is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. He hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
Montgomery swings through that one as he comes to the plate for the second time today. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2. Out towards right center field. And that is that. As we go to the last of the third. And now for the Jays, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Hit on the ground up the middle. That's a base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Hey!
That misses the zone, and the count is 1-1. The 1-1 is fouled off.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
In the air to left center. And there's one away. One out, man at first. And next for Toronto, Kazuma Okamoto.
That's a ball.
And there's a rocket into the outfield. And that one's going to get into the corner. The throw in. And he's out, trying for 2. Popped in the air, left field. Hill moving under it. And that is that. Back here at Rogers Center, start of the fourth, Austin Hayes steps to the plate for the White Sox. And he swings over the top there. Swings through that one for strike 2. Got him swinging for the K. And that's 4 strikeouts.
First baseman Munetaka Murakami.
Line to second, snagged on the bounce. Throws to first in time. 2 quick outs here in the top of the fourth. Two down, bases empty. And up next for Chicago, Kyle Teel.
Hey.
The 0-2. Caught him looking for the K. Bottom of the inning. Now it's the Toronto designated hitter, Lenny Sosa.
Ball.
Warning track, wall, and you can touch them all, baseball man. Another homer. His second home run of the game. In the air, right field. Hayes under it. One away. And the batter will be the shortstop, Otto Lopez. Foul ball. One out, bases empty, and a run in. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Line drive, base hit. And that turns the lineup over.
You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
This one in the air, right field. Can't get there. Should be extra bases. Around second, on his way to third. Lead runner holds at third, so two runners in scoring position and just one out. Now it's the second baseman, Ernie Clement.
Off the plate, ball one.
Line, and that's a base hit. One run is in. Another comes in to score. It's a two-run single, and they're pulling away up by 7 now. New pitcher for the White Sox, Osvaldo Bido.
Well, they didn't get much length out of their starter in this one, so they've got a lot of outs to eat up in that bullpen. I think they'll look for some length out of him right here if they can get it.
Ball, that's inside.
Man at first, one away.
Nope, that's off the plate, ball two.
This one in the air, center field. Acuna settles under this one, and there's two down. Here's George Springer. He's already homered in this game.
Ball.
Liner, base hit.
All over that one right there. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
2 on, 2 outs.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
The 2-2. And he couldn't hold back. He's back now in Toronto. We go to the top of the fifth. Derek Hill steps to the plate for the White Sox.
You know, these White Sox definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. They're swinging at more than 70% of the first pitches they've seen today, and it's just not working out for them.
Ball, that's out.
So those first pitch numbers tell me they should try to find a way to slow this game down a bit. Things have been moving just too quickly for him at times.
Cut on and miss. Struck him out. And the leadoff hitter retired in the fifth. Foul ball there. 0-1 down. Swings through that one, out in front that time. Foul ball, still 0-2. Up the middle. Oh, he gloves it to first. Throw
He's
not
safe.
in time, and he's safe.
Just barely able to beat that one out. Man, he was giving it his all, getting down the line right there.
And that skips into there. Inside.
Ball, that's in.
Ball 2.
The rest of the lineup could learn a thing or two from this at bat right here. He's been patient, and now he's in the driver's seat with a 2-0 count.
Fitzgerald settles underneath it. 2 away now. Miguel Vargas getting ready to hit. Grounded out his first time up.
These hitters have been very aggressive early in the count, but when you're down, you might want to be a little more patient. Take some pitches, see if you can extend those at bats and get some base runners on.
Nope,
Really
that's
good
down.
take, especially with 2 strikes.
Lined into left center field, and that's going to fall for a hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
Yep, that ball went out.
Out towards right center field. Can't reach it. This should score at least 1. 1 run across. Now the throw comes in. Runner holds it third. So up next for Chicago, Colson Montgomery.
Ball.
Check swing called strike. And that is strike 1.
That's
Nope,
a good miss
inside, ball
off the
2.
inside part of the plate. You'd much rather miss there than out over the plate where this guy could do some real damage.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Man, that's just a nasty splitter. Bottom falls out of it. You don't see a lot of guys throw that.
Swings and misses. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now for the Jays, Alejandro Kirk.
Well, these Jays, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They have 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet so far, and that tells me they're seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well.
That's in.
With all
Ball
those
2.
extra base hits, it's easy to think we're going to see that trend continue the rest of the game. They seem to be really locked in at the plate.
Right through there for a strike. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. Pop foul out of play off to the right. Sliced hard but foul. Beto, 30 years old now. They got him off of waivers earlier this season. Gets a piece and stays alive. Fights it off. He'll see another. The Blue Jays up big in this one. Last half of inning number 5.
No,
Still just
inside.
the second batter of the inning, and on the mound, he's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard out there.
On the ground to third. Sends it across to first. Home half of the 5th inning moving along. 2 quick outs. High fly ball out into left center field. Brings it in. And that is Back here at Rogers Center, all set for the top of the sixth. Austin Hayes steps to the plate for the White Sox. Ripped into right center. Should be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. That gets by him. And he's going to get to second with nobody out.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to.
Mason Fluhart gets the ball now.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
Runner in scoring position, nobody out. And we're in the top half of the sixth. That clips the corner.
Well, you can't expect to get a great pitch to hit with an open base and a runner on second. He's going to have to really tighten up his sights here, make sure that he can barrel up the ball.
Ground ball, Vlad Jr. He steps on the bag. Now one gone in the top of the sixth. And up next for Chicago, Kyle Teal. Line drive out towards left field. That's a base hit. Hayes scores. And it's 8-3.
First pitch swing in, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Fought off foul. Teal, the base runner at first with one out. Hard hit, but right at him and left.
Man, he smoked that fastball. He's all over it. It's just frustrating when you can't get it to fall. Maybe next time up he'll find a hole.
And that one pulled foul. Here's the 0-2. Spoils a two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Got him. Out. Bottom of the sixth inning, and now for the Jays, Otto Lopez. A little bit low.
Nope.
Ball one. Swing and a ball popped up. One down.
That's a ball.
That one
Nope,
outside. And it's 2-0.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
2-1 now. That
Ball,
one missing inside. Inside ball four.
Well, that's a really good take right there, and that's just mentally prepared, knowing that if it's not on a tee, you're going to take that pitch because you still have one more strike to work with. Not easy to lay off, but he did an excellent job in that plate appearance.
Just missed.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last two.
To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
A couple of hits in a row for him here. Just a cookie down the middle.
Jordan Leisure on the pitch here.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Runners at first and second with one gone here in the bottom of the sixth. Ground ball right side, could be two. Line draw. Toss to second, and that's quick work. Back now in Toronto. We go to the top of the 7th. Andrew Benintendi steps to the plate for the White Sox. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Next offering is fouled back. Struck him out looking. This one in the air, center field. Fitzgerald should have this one. And there's 2 down. Stepping in, the White Sox leadoff man, Luis Angel Acuna. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Diving, it gets down. Could be extra bases. He's in with a double, and that's his second double of the night.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Double into the gap, and that was a really nice swing to beat the inside pitch. Just beat him to the spot. Kept his hands tight inside that baseball, and that just allowed him to drive it into the alley right there.
Man at second. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2. He goes down looking. Bottom of the 7th. And now for the Jays, George Springer. Slapped hard the other way, but foul. And he takes a strike. Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out. Can't glove it cleanly. The tag, and he's out. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's the catcher, Alejandro Kirk. Check swing, went around. Strike 1. On the ground to third, Vargas. Zips it across, inning over. Back here at Rogers Center, now it's the right fielder, Austin Hayes. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Takes it in for the out. 1 up, 1 down. And first offering is fouled off. This one popped up. Lopez under this one. 2 up, 2 down. So up next, Kyle Teal.
Hey!
In the air, left side. Springer on his way in. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the DH, number 50. Next offering, pop foul off to the right out of play. Leisure in his second season. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a splitter, and he works in a 2-seamer.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
Payoff pitch. And he grounds one back up the middle. Oh, look at the stop. And very nicely done for the out.
Well, you got to find a way to catch up to that pitch. Perhaps shorten the swing, eliminate the stride. That one came in hot, but right down the middle, you're saying to yourself, how did I miss that pitch? Got to make a quick adjustment.
Swings through that.
When you throw a fastball by a guy like that, I imagine it's got to feel incredible. Look for him to throw it again at some point.
2 down, base is empty. Otto Lopez next up for the Blue Jays. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And a base hit right there. And that keeps the inning going.
I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Hey! That's a ball.
Outside
ball
low.
two.
Ball 2.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
On the ground at first.
On
Quick
the
reactions
tag, you're
behind
out.
the plate, and he tags him out. Back now in Toronto. We go to the 9th. Derek Hill digs in now.
Now pitching for the Blue Jays, number 63, Braden Fisher.
Check swing, and he went 0-1. Foul ball. The 0-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Next offering is fouled back.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground.
Clement. Here's Lopez for one. Over to
No,
first.
he's safe.
Safe. Andrew Benintendi steps up. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. Into the outfield. Base hit. And out to aboard.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
That's out.
Two on, 1 out. That one fouled off. 2-2. Stays alive. And now
That's
it's
ball
filled
3.
up. And they're all
Ball 4,
loaded
take
up.
the base.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike
Now
zone.
pitching for the
Jimmy
Blue
Garcia
Jays,
into the game.
number
Well, no
93,
margin for error in terms of throwing strikes with the bases loaded. Just has to execute one pitch at a time to try to get out of this.
The 0-1. Tap foul at the plate. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2.
You see how the catcher wanted that pitch up and in. Wanted to try to tie him up. That's the one thing we're seeing. That high fastball, you have to get it up there because of how hitters have changed their swings.
So they're down to their final out. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Colson Montgomery.
Nope.
Bases loaded, 2 down. Here at the top of the 9th. And a foul ball.
Look, in
Whoa,
situations
man.
like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
They're down to their final strike. Got him, and that's the ball game. Gausman with his first major league win.
Yeah, nicely done. I'm sure he'll feel very good about that and get the ball for his trophy case, as he should. A start he won't ever forget.
8-3 the final in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.